When I look at stress, you have the actual stress issue, like whatever that stress issue is, right? And so feeling anxious or feeling stressed about an issue is a good thing, right? Part of the reason that is there is to get you motivated to get off your butt to solve the problem. So I always look at the issue and I'm like, all right, why do I feel stressed? Usually you haven't closed the loop yet. I call it closing the loop. This problem, right? You take action to resolve the problem goes away. That's the closed loop, right? And so you have a lot of people with open loops, meaning they have a problem out there and they haven't even figured out the solution. So when it comes to being healthy and having good neurotransmitters, good adrenal function, good healthy diet and lifestyle habits, good anti-inflammatory type of environment, nutrient dense foods coming in, good nutrition, your ability to process that stressor when it hits you, it's not going to hit you as hard. It's not going to knock you off your pedestal. Two, you're going to be able to adapt and you're going to be able to think clearly and troubleshoot whatever the issue is. And so I always look at a problem. I say, okay, got it. How do I close the loop on that? What's the action item to execute that? So I always just kind of get clear, have a list. What are the things I can do and set in motion to resolve the issue? I think it's really important. If you just dust it away, the healthiest adrenal glands, eventually it's going to eat away at you because you haven't closed the loop. So always think about closing the loop on your issues. Number two, get healthier so these things don't bug you as much, right? If you have good levels of B6, good levels of magnesium, you're sleeping adequately, you have good blood sugar stability, good amino acids, it's going to allow you to be able to process it. You're not going to activate that fight or flight part of your nervous system that shuts down the frontal cortex. It activates the reptilian brainstem part of the brain that's all about fight or flee, fight or flee, fight or flee. And so the more you can keep this kind of reptilian brain from being activated, and then you can use that frontal cortex, you'll be able to sit back, be calm, troubleshoot the issue, and close the loop.
And this is hard if you've got toxins, if you've got Lyme, different
Mm-hmm.
infections. I mean, we've seen in the literature that certain infections and toxins basically decrease the blood flow to that front part of the brain. So you become a monkey. You do become
Yep.
primitive. As you mentioned, this reptile brain kicks in and you can't make good decisions and you certainly can't comprehend the future. You get stuck living in the day, the hour, the minute with that stress. And when you say close the loop, I think that resonates for a lot of people, but many people are afraid to close the loop because this means that they have to end a friendship that's toxic. They have to end a marriage that's failing. They have to fire someone that they don't like. They have to quit their job because they have a bad boss. So, closing the loop sounds so simple, but this could be a huge roadblock, for people. And I've seen it to where you've got a woman eating perfectly. She's doing amazing with her supplements. But for example, here's a case study. She's in an open relationship and she's miserable and she hates it and
Yeah.
she's jealous and her husband's with these other women and she doesn't want him to be. And so there's issues there. I don't freaking care how much ashwagandha this lady pops. She's not
Yep.
going to supplement out of this situation. That's intense. And there is a place for closing the loop, and you can't supplement your way out of a situation like that.
Yeah, in relationship, it's always good to have healthy boundaries, right? It's like good fences make good neighbors, right? Having good emotional boundaries and how a relationship operates, right? If your family's asking 10 times of you, then 10 times of you, then they help you on the backside, right? This kind of parasitic give and take that. So you always have to have clear boundaries. I think it's a really, really important one.